Peace, fam, it's your brother, oh God. Hip Hop News Uncensored, your number one source for hip hop news. Follow us on Twitter at HHU for life. The Instagram handle is Hip Hop Uncensored #1. Links are in the description. Let's get it.
Nah, for real, it ain't like we coming out. People that know us will tell you, like, them dudes are some of the coolest dudes moving across the face of the earth.
Right.
You know, we come in, we got drinks for everybody. You know, you come in with your man, them, they family. We all family. Now, if I'm out with Maya and trying to show Maya a good time, and some just off-brand dude come by and grab my ass and say, yo, bitch, what up? We gonna mop the floor with his ass.
That's why I fuck with
It's called respect.
What's your relationship with Jeezy? Because they've always said...
Who?
Oh, pardon me. He's not a
Who?
So the
Young
dope
Jeezy.
boy is not going crazy in
You
Atlanta?
talking about you talking about Jeezy from the Bay? Oh, John Jeezy from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Jay Jenkins, Young Jeezy?
If that's what you call him.
There's a lot of Jeezys, man, but
So,
Is he really like well respected in the streets and stuff out there?
yeah,
Yeah.
the whole homo community love him.
I'm not playing no games with you. I don't, because, you know, when the movement started, he was one of the faces of it.
Right.
And then, you know, when everything went down, you know, it
Shit.
seemed like he's separated. I don't know.
Look,
Whatever you want to clear up, you could clear up.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I like the man music because I always did. That's why I fucked with him from Jump Street. I'm not no hater. But if you and your homeboys just walking through the mall, and it's 3 of y'all, and then 15 guys come and say, we finna beat y'all ass, and the nigga that run, that was Jeezy. He was the nigga that ran.
Damn.
So in other words, when shit start hitting the fan and, you know, everybody want to be, you know, industry and all that shit, then, you know, that's what niggas do. Niggas throw the name away. Like, well, who? I don't got nothing to do with that. I wouldn't do nothing. You know, man, it is what it is.
You
know
felt
what
he
I'm saying?
abandoned the name when he got hot?
I mean, look,
All right.
what's understood don't even got to be talked about.
Understood. Then.
Everybody know, man. It ain't no secret. But see, the whole thing about that situation is people love Jeezy's music.
Yeah.
Which I would never tell nobody, yo, don't like this person's music. Because I like the nigga music. I was just listening to the one song. I do. I was just listening to the fucking song. I just listened to the song. So it ain't like I'm hating on the nigga music. But at the end of the day, dog, I fuck with real niggas. Real niggas is a part of my team. You know what I mean?
That shit Jeezy was on. You know what I'm saying? That's why ain't nobody never came out there. That nigga stupid. He keeps screaming Gangsta Gibbs, so they ain't heard a song from him yet. Ragged is just gonna tell the real, man, that the nigga didn't step up to the plate when a nigga needed him. It ain't like a nigga needed him to hold his hand. But nigga, you run around telling niggas you need $200-$300, you know, you spend $2-3 grand a month. You a lie. You a lie. You a motherfucking lie. You lying. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, a real nigga, real family, you gonna go sit down with a lawyer and see what it takes to bring my man home. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't be sitting running around. You want how much I need on my commissary, nigga. I need something every month. I'm in jail. I got 30 years. Fuck you, man.
They need to free Big Meech because it's all circumstantial evidence. And the next thing is this. Everybody was down and everything was cool with BMF before they got busted. Everybody wants to be down with the play until they got busted. And then when it went sour, then nobody want to fly the flag no more. Am I lying or telling the truth?
I think it's because they ain't want to go to jail, though.
Yeah, but they was down when the party was going on and everybody was throwing money in the club. Everybody was still down. So you got to be down in the good time and the bad time. When I went to prison, Bun stayed down with me in the bad time. So when your partner go to prison, you got to stay down in the bad time and the good time. If you was Black Mafia family in the streets, when they was spending all that money in the strip club, you need to be Black Mafia family right now when everybody's getting indicted. And let me say it again. If I was going to diss somebody, I'm going to say their name to their face, and a fight go with that. So now, I ain't diss Young Jeezy, because Young Jeezy ain't the only one spitting fake dope prices. I'm dissing everybody lying about selling drugs that ain't touched a nail foot.
All right, so what do you, by you saying that, what do you think needs to be done?
This is what I think needs to be done, man. Come on, man. At the end of these records we listen to, we don't get nothing out of them no more, man. We don't get no social commentary. We ain't getting no kind of knowledge out these records. Everybody just talking about how many chains they got on and how much dope they sold. But the truth of the matter is this, I don't believe you, because I know you do, and I know you didn't sell no dope. And the next thing is this, say, man, I'm from Texas, man. I'm from the game. Them prices that them boys talking about, man, them boys ain't got no prices like that, no Atlanta. And if you do, right now, bring some where my people at, we'll buy it and flush it down the toilet. We don't support drugs. But show it to me, man, because I know who had on backpacks. I know where they parents they rolled up in Timberland boots in 1998, and they acting like they some big-time drug dealers. Okay?
Okay.
So right now, this is what I'm telling you. Y'all want to get mad at the pimp. Don't get mad at the bun, and don't put the UGK on. Get mad at the pimp. This is my opinion. This is me. I'm talking. I'm a man. And I stand up. And let me say this while I'm at. All them people that was talking about they want to kill 50 Cent, want to do all that to this man. Hey, man, when somebody really wants something to happen to you, it's going to happen to you whether you want it to or not. And I just saw 50 Cent walk off the stage at the BET Awards with no bodyguards right in front of all them dudes that were talking about they was going to slap him when they saw him. And I ain't seen nothing happen to him.
So basically, you just calling the game real fake, and you saying that the music need to go back to some real lyrics. And
this the next thing, man. Anytime an artist in Atlanta makes crunk music and get on a record, they need to shout out to 3-6 Mafia, because y'all know that's where that music started at, man. And y'all know for a fact that UGK started the word trill. Y'all know this, man. Y'all know we started this here.
Everybody in Atlanta feels like you diss them. They feel this
but if
because
they would read between the lines and hear what I'm telling them, I ain't dissing them. We gotta check ourselves before somebody else check us. Cause this would have hurt a whole lot more coming from somebody on the East Coast or from the West Coast than coming from one of our 4-4.
Power 105.1 is the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest on the line. Mr. Blue Da Vinci. What up, Blue? Blue, what up?
What's good, baby?
What's going on?
Hey, man, you know, I'm just out here working, man, trying to thug it out the best way I can, you know?
Now, Blue Da Vinci, I know you were away for a minute and now you're back. What exactly were you charged with?
Conspiracy with intent to distribute.
And that was with the whole entire BMF bust, right, where a lot of people ended up going to prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
And you're raising a lot of hell right now because you know you recently just said that Young Jeezy's fan base is all homos. You said the homo community loves Young Jeezy.
Yeah, they love him.
But I thought Young Jeezy was part of the whole BMF movement.
I mean, he was, but it all used to be.
So what's the issue now, Blue? Like, why?
The issue now, the man running around, man, using Meech's name, like, you know, it's like that, and that little thing that Meech did on the tape for him, that he keep playing on repeat, was from 2009. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He know what time it is.
Now, we had Jeezy up here a couple months ago. Jeezy said him and Meech are still cool. So he talks to Meech, and Meech talks to him about what's going on in the club scene, what's going on in the streets.
Yeah. But what about this appealist lawyer? Yeah, he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, man. Period. At the end of the day, you know, if you can get Meech on the phone right now, it'll be a different tune that he's singing.
So what you're saying is that Jeezy has not put up the money for the appeal for Big Meech.
Exactly. I mean, he won't do nothing. Period. You know, at the end of the day, man. Like I just talked to the big homie recently, and he's like, man, it's crazy that, you know, the part of the fam, the rapper that was connected with the fam, that ended up having, you know, much success, you know, that you know, he doing his thing, and he's really in a position to make a difference in Meech's life right now. He ain't really stepping up to the plate right now, and it's crazy. I got to come home, rebuild this BMF brand from ground zero, and do it all on my own, you know? When we got somebody that's still running around saying that, you know, he loved man, and, you know, he got him 100% and all that, it's easy for him to just step up and say, you know what, let me cut this check, man, and make sure dude all right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the selfishness, you know, sticks in the Hollywood and the lights and the cameras. You know, it just blurs people's vision sometimes, you know?
Has anybody had a conversation with Jeezy? Have any of y'all, you know, ever stepped to him?
Hey, look, man, I hit, you know, I came home, I tracked his number down, I called him. I'm like, what up, this Blue? He like, Blue who? I say, man, this Blue Da Vinci. He say, oh, what's up? I said, man, what's going on, man? Let's sit down, man, so we can chop it up and figure out the move, man, with the players. All right, let me hit you right back. So, you know, 2 days passed. My people from Detroit hit me like, man, the man got to show at the Fox Theater, call him so we can get some tickets to come. I said, all right, let me call him. I called his phone. The number was changed. I said, man, I said, what part of the game is this? This must be overtime, right here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how all the funk kind of started. You know, from then on, I just knew what it was, you know? So, it is what it is. You know, I got to continue to smash, man, and do what I got to do, because at the end of the day, for real, I got Meech in my best interest. You know what I'm saying? So, I got to do what I can't sit around and wait for no suckers to keep faking and putting on like they really with it when they ain't. You know what I'm saying?
But is Jeezy really speaking to Big Meech regularly?
To my knowledge, no.
When the last time you spoke to Meech?
Last night.
So as of last night, this is an issue. Meech has an issue with Young Jeezy.
It's definitely an issue. You know what I'm saying? But see, it's like this. At the end of the day, we all love Jeezy, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna say I hate the man or nothing like that, but my whole thing is, man, just keep it honest, man. Keep it real. If them people on your back and you can't do nothing, or you know, you set something up, or they said, you know what. You know, for us to leave you alone, you can't really help that situation, then just let it be known. Don't keep running around putting on, like, you know, to the people that you really doing something and you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a serious situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, Meech really got some action at getting back on the streets right now with this appeal. You know, he got a bunch of situations in his case that, you know, could overturn or cut his time down from some technicalities that was going on throughout his ordeal. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take that much. It ain't like it cost $300,000 to, you know, to put it back together and, you know, and get this situation back to the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, I know people be busy and people got stuff to do, but it don't take, you know, dude, he on the internet talking about, you know, he finna send a lawyer to Boosie. No disrespect to Boosie, you know what I'm saying? Because we all got love for Boosie and everything, but you know, you run around claiming this man's name all the time in the street. Everywhere you go, you use his name for your street credibility. But at the end of the day, I'm on my way to the Wells Fargo Bank, like what, 45 minutes after I get off this phone and sit down with my advisor to go send some money to the attorney. You know what I'm saying?
Now, also, let me ask you a question. There's going to be 1,000,001 people we're talking to Blue Da Vinci that say Blue is just doing this to get some kind of, to get the press behind him. Now, how come? Because the first thing they're going to say is, how come you and Jeezy didn't have this conversation together, opposed to putting it on air?
Yeah, I tried. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep running around and chasing nobody. You know, at the end of the day, man, I'm working on the Da Vinci Code, man. You know, drama's, you know, jumping behind me, you know, for this Gangsta Grill tape. Superstar J, me and Superstar J putting the tape together right now. I got all the rappers in the game that's worth something, man, you know, jumping behind me, throwing me records. But, you know, to handle this real business, he don't even want to sit down and talk to me about dude business. I ain't telling him, look, man, come do a record with me. Don't walk me in the label or something. I ain't asking him nothing like that. I can do all that on my own. That ain't no problem. But, you know, my whole thing with him is Meech. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, I'm saying, look, man, and he probably listening or got somebody listening. Look, step up to the plate, man, and do what you're supposed to be doing.
Well,
at
Blue,
the end of the day.
Well, Blue, if what you're saying is true, you think maybe Jeezy might just be, might have just distanced himself because of all the heat that was on BMF? Like maybe let me lay low for a second so I can avoid getting a conspiracy charge or something.
I mean, that's what scary people do. You know, it's all good when you're out popping bottles and riding Ferraris that you ain't bought and Porsche trucks that you ain't bought. You know, and running through the streets and yelling out the three letters and you know, dealing with people in the street. But it's a different story when it get hard. Everybody can't weather the storm. You know what I'm saying?